Good afternoon and welcome back to day one. If you were here with us earlier for the 10-metre air rifle men's final, then we witnessed a classic here in Wroclaw, Poland's third largest city. And we're back again for another final. The 10-metre air rifle women's final is almost upon us at this European Championships for under-23s. Later today, we've got the 10-metre air pistol mixed team. So if you're a fan of the pistol, then you'll be in the right place later today. Otherwise, next final is with the 10-metre air rifle women. A decent lineup as well. Qualification was tough and very testing for all of the athletes. Here we are behind the scenes in our preparation room. Sometimes just when you're waiting there, trying to push the nerves away, trying to get any negative thoughts out of your mind, clear your mind, focus on positivity coming into the final. And that's why the athletes, with their coaches, are looking for that emotional support as well as the training, of course, that they've been doing for years and months. Well, here's a reminder of the event details. 10 metres is our distance in this event. The 10 ring is 0.5 millimetres wide. So if you were to hit a 10.9, the perfect shot, then basically that's the equivalent of hitting a pin head from 10 metres away. Let's have a look back at the qualification highlights. Well, it's tough and testing in qualification. It gets even worse when it comes to a final, believe you me. That's how qualification finished. So you can see Savanovic way out on her own, representing Serbia, 637.1. You've got to bear in mind the year that she's had already. There was that gold medal at the ISSF World Cup in Munich and the silver from Burgas at the European Championships earlier this year. Savanovic, certainly one of my tips for a medal here today. So you're just in time for the introductions, and with our announcer, Kristina Plitikapic.
On firing point H, representing Poland, is Maja Gawenda.
So Maja Gawenda first to arrive on firing point H, representing the home nation of Poland.
Maja is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Grzegorz Pietrzyk. And at 21 years old, Maja already has a world championship, won from this year for 50-meter rifle prone women junior. On firing point G, representing Czechia, is Adela Zrustova.
And Adela Zrustova for Czechia is next, a silver medalist at the European Championships in the 3P mixed team.
And Adela is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Luboš Opelka.
And that was back in 2022.
At 22 years old, Adela already has one World Championship silver and one European Championship silver. Yes, yes. On firing point F, representing Latvia, is Anete Tukisha.
Well, still only 18 years old, but Aneta, incredibly talented, was 6th in the final in Burgas at the European Championships.
Anete is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Armans Fraimanis. No medals for her for now, but this is her third final, and maybe that first medal will come today. On firing point E, representing Turkey, is Hatice Yel.
So Hatice Yel representing Turkey, the second time the country's made a final today.
Hatice is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Hakan Altun. And she is also in this final event fishing for her first European Championship medal. On fire. representing Hungary is Regina Vince.
And Regina Vince, well, despite the world ranking 167, is certainly more talented than perhaps you'd be led to believe.
Regina is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Michal Salaj.
Picked up a bronze medal in Tallinn at the European Championships 2023 in Team Women
Regina
Junior.
holds 1 bronze medal in team placement from European Championships. On firing point C, representing Serbia is Angelija Stevanovic.
Angelija Stevanovic, first of the 2 Serbians in this final. Gold medalist in Munich at the World Cup this year.
Angelija is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Dejan Bajkic.
And I think could be on for a medal here.
18-year-old Angelija already has an ISSF World Cup gold and 1 European Championship silver. On firing point B, representing Ukraine is Maria Stashko.
Well, Stashko, 19 years old now, has competed at World Championships and World Cups.
Maria is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Ihor Vinyarchuk. And at 19 years old, she holds 1 bronze medal from European Championships. Last, but certainly not least, from Serbia on firing point A, Anastasia Živković.
And Anastasia Živković is next, representing Serbia.
Anastasia is accompanied by her coach, Mr. Sasha Iker.
And it's the second of the Serbian
And I've
athletes.
seen this lady rock the stage of Burgas today, this year, so let's see what she will do today.
Well, we'll run through some of the medals and achievements from some of the other athletes in just a second. First of all, presentation of the jury and CRO.
Accompanied by second jury member Georgios Papapanagiotou from Greece. And the chief range officer for this final event is Mrs. Violeta Kotynia from Poland.
Take your positions.
Well, CRO instructs the athletes to take their positions. You can see them just doing just that across firing points A right through to H. Just ensuring that their balance is in check. That's the first thing they do. And then it's all about, you can see the shoulder adjustments on the suits, just trying to get the rifles into the right places.
5 minutes. Preparation and sighting time. Start.
Please.
Well, just a closer look at a typical rifle. I mean, there's many different manufacturers out there, and certainly bits of the rifle which you can customize in terms of colors and all sorts of things. And if you're competing, of course, across other events such as the 50 meters, then you need a completely different rifle for that. That's when you move up to small bore, whereas these ones here are the air rifles. So Angelija Stevanovic, a great year so far, 18 years old, took the gold medal at the ISSF World Cup in Munich and did so well to do that. The competition there was absolutely world-class and fierce. took a silver medal in Burgas at the European Championships. That was earlier on in the year across 10 meters.
Fire
That
two
was in the
series
juniors.
of 5 shots, and these series will each be fired in time of 250 seconds per series. These 2 series will be followed by 14 single shots, each fired on command in a time of 50 seconds. Elimination of the lowest ranking finalists will begin after the 12th shot. So after the first 2 single shots have been fired, and will continue after every 2 single shots until the bronze medal after 22 shots, and the silver and gold medals after 24 shots are decided. So in total we will have 24 shots in this match. Of course, if we don't have a tie. If there is a tie for the lowest ranking finalists to be eliminated, the tied finalists will fire additional tie-breaking single shots until the tie is broken. You know the drill. If you were here for the men's final, you've seen how things can turn around. We had Croatia's Toma from the back of the line, being in 5th place throughout the match, go and win a bronze medal. He lost the silver for 0.1. So let's see what the ladies have in stock for us. Audience was amazing, fully equipped with the whistles and the blowers and the flags and the voices. Use your power to give them what they need to fire their best shots of the day. The 2 series of 5 shots will give them initial placement in this match. But you know, when it comes to the single shots fired on command, that's when the palms get sweaty, that's when the hands get shaky. It comes to it. Who is better performer under the pressure? One big hurrah before the time of preparation is over. Let's give them one big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
30 seconds.
So there's the 30-second reminder from the Chief Range Officer. 8 athletes to contest the gold medal in this 10-meter air rifle women's under-23 European Championship final. 2 athletes from Serbia, Ukraine, Hungary, Turkey, Latvia, Czechia, and the home nation of Poland, all represented in this one. When you look at Maja Gawenda, who is representing Poland, some of her achievements, a former junior world champion, in fact, sorry, the current junior world champion in 50-meter prone, a gold medalist at the Junior World Cup in Seoul, again across the prone mixed team junior. That was in 2022, and a silver medalist across the 50-meter 3 positions, Team Women Junior 2022 in Seoul. Well, eyes certainly for me on Andrzeja Stevanovic of Serbia. What a brilliant year so far. European Championship silver medalist in Burgas and the gold medalist in Munich as well. She had an absolutely brilliant final. I remember being there that day. He was commentator and just absolutely held off some world-class athletes to become the gold medalist at that World Cup in Munich. Second athlete from Serbia on firing point A, which is Anastasia Djekovic, who's now 18 years old. Competed at Burgas at the European Championships earlier this year, also in Osijek
For the first
last year.
competition series, load.
Maria Stashko of Ukraine has competed at World Championships and World Cups, including the bronze medal at the European Championships in Győr 2 years ago. Regina Vinca from Hungary has competed also in World Championships, was a bronze medalist in Tallinn 3 years ago at the European Championships in the Team Women Junior. And Hatia Yel of Turkey also has plenty of achievements and has world-class experience. And Neta Tushka. She's certainly one of the most talented rifle athletes I've seen in some time. Real natural ability. was 6th in the final in Burgas and 7th in the 3P final in Osijek 2026. And Adela Zustrova of Czechia, silver medalist at the World Championships in the mixed team junior. That was in prone, and also as a silver medal at the European Championships in the 3P mixed team. And Maja Gavenda, who we've already mentioned. So high shots, 10.8 from Djekovic. Yell will want to improve on that 9.9. So this is Luslova, who we're looking at right now, representing Czechia. Lubos Opelka is coach in the background. Just a reminder, 10.9 is the highest individual shot, and in this first series of 5 shots, which the athletes contest over a time limit of 4 minutes 10, all of them looking for scores over 50. No one will want their total to start with a 4 if they can help it. And anything over 52, pretty good. Trying to get close to the 53 or more. It's certainly world class. So thanks to you taking place on the in the live chat. Thanks to Stuart Warner. If you have to explain the parts of a rifle, they don't belong here. Well. Yeah, we're always trying to encourage fresh audience, Stuart, because based on the audience figures we had for the Olympic Games, it showed that more people were engaging in shooting. So we unfortunately can't always assume that everybody knows. Most of the viewers, yes, know what's going on, know the parts of a rifle and know what's happening, but we do like to put those explainers in there just in case you are new to the sport. I mean, particularly at the World Cup in Hangzhou a few weeks ago, I was out there and commentating. We had loads of people who are fresh to shooting. We knew that because they were saying so in the YouTube live comments. So thanks, Stuart, for getting involved, and good to have you here again. Thanks also to Trena 600, who's here to support Serbia by the looks of things. And now this first series of 5 shots has now completed. So 3 athletes on 52 or more. We've got a tie for second place. And Djekovic of Serbia leading 52.4. That's a great total, and already 0.4 in front of Gavenda from Poland. Otherwise, right the way down the scoreboard, some close scores and narrow differences.
This just goes to show that we are in for a treat of a final. Let's see what the next series of shots will bring.
For the next competition series, load.
So here we go, second series of 5 shots.
Start.
So Hatice Yel of Turkey was in 8th place coming into this second series of 5 on 50.8. It's a great tape, 10.8 from Vinsap of Hungary. It's really in this second series of 5, you just want to try and build or even improve on what happened in the first series of 5 in order to give your final a nice foundation, a nice bedding. Because 2 series of 5 shots, if it's not as good as you're expecting or where it could be, then it can put your, certainly the elimination shots, you can put yourself under real pressure, and sometimes unnecessary pressure. But that's the challenge of shooting. Djekovic, great shot, 10.8. And second in this second series of 5. terrific 10.9 from Regina of Hungary. I think we had about 6 or maybe even 7 10.9s in the men's final earlier today. If you're here joining us for that, thanks for doing so. If you'd like to watch it back, it's there for you on YouTube on the ESC video stream. ESC standing for European Shooting Confederation. So just trying to get that rifle in exactly the right place, and it's less than millimeters really for these athletes. They know though when it feels good. Temperature and conditions in here, not too bad. There's a little bit of humidity, so that'll affect some of the athletes with the underlayers and clothes they have on underneath the suits. You can just see Djokovic just flexing her fingers there as well, trying to get some air around the gloves. Really, a 10.9 at this stage of a final has really helped pull her up off the bottom. She was in 8th place, now in 6th. As it stands, still some athletes still to shoot. So Stashko remains. Meanwhile, Sustrova of Czechia, again just checking her footing. And it's some of the athletes who have the mental discipline and concentration to do that time and time again. They're the ones that prevail. So that's how it looked after 5. Let's adjust that to after 10 shots. And we have a tie at the top. 105 is a great total, recognised by the crowd here as well. Big cheers. Vince had an absolutely storming second series of 5 shots. Tie for 5th place, and the rest of the scoreboard at the moment, some narrow gaps, and it speaks for itself.
Next 2 shots will decide. After the next 2 shots, 8th place will be decided. Let's see what those shots will bring for us.
So now individual shots, shot 11 coming up.
Next competition shot, load.
50 seconds is the time limit.
Start.
And he looks a bit anxious in his seat. He knows that Vince is leading. It's all about staying there now. As I said, you establish your foundation in those first 2 series of 5, and now you've got to try and capitalise on that and push on and move forward. It's all about the gaps. Just try and get those gaps as big as you can between you and the other athletes. 9.5 from Tukisha. It's not going to help things too much. The next shot is the first elimination shot to decide 8th place, and it's all getting serious here in Wroclaw in Poland.
And in 8th place and facing elimination after the next shot is Latvia's Aneta Tukisha. Let's see what happens with the next shot.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Tukisha of Latvia lies in 8th place. And a 10.5. Depends what Stashko hits. And it's a 9.9, and there's a flip around. And Maria Stashko of Ukraine will be leaving in 8th place. Well, a dramatic switch here in Wroclaw, and just goes to show you may be in 8th place. Keep on going, because you just never know. So Tukisha of Latvia survives into the next stage of this final. Meanwhile, Maria Stashko, the 19-year-old, the bronze medalist from the European Championships in Gyor a few years ago, now has to leave in 8th. So 7 remain. And Vince still at the top with a gap of 0.2.
Next competition shot, load. Start.
Well, lots of cheering for the Serbians. They've both hit shots in the 10 ring. Tukashia, real improvement, 10.5. But she remains in 7th. So shot 14 coming up to decide 7th. And Aneta Tukashia of Latvia is once again in another elimination battle. That's what I said earlier about putting undue pressure on yourself. I mean, sometimes it can help. You shoot better, move up the scoreboard. I've seen plenty of finals where 8th or 7th place has even gone on to win. So it's never over until it is over.
Start.
Wow. Well, both of the Serbians really, but particularly Djekovic with a 10.9. Incredible. More 10.7s coming in, 10.8 from Vinca. Real world-class stuff here on the European stage. Brilliant to see. Our next elimination, though, is upon us. And Turkey will be leaving. And Hatice Yel, who's competed across European Championships before, both in Burgas and Győr and Tallinn and Osijek, has to settle for 7th in this final. But it's pretty tough, it's pretty fierce, and some world-class shots going in, so you can only do your best. And Hatice will now take her place and seat for the rest of this final. Nice smiles, though, seems happy enough. I think it's a very respectable finish to end up 7th in a final such as this with some of the names that we've got here in front of us. So Vinca of Hungary still leading. If you're just joining us, welcome along. We're live on the ESC video stream across YouTube and Facebook. We're into the heart of this final. Shot 15 taking place. Another high score from Djekovic at 10.8. 10.7 from Stevanovic. Wow, just sit back and enjoy. This is superb.
Once again, Aneta Tukashia is facing elimination, but can she turn this thing around one more time in her favor? We will see with the next shot. Djekovic takes the first place after the last shot with a great 10.8.
So another switch around at the top. Vinca of Hungary down to 2nd, but only by 0.1.
Let's see what the next shot will bring.
For the next competition shot, low.
So Djekovic of Serbia is in the lead.
Start.
This is going to be a fight right through to the very end, I think. Meanwhile, once again, Aneta Tukashia of Latvia is in another elimination battle for the 3rd time. 10.9 from Stevanovic, the Serbians going crazy. I think that's the 4th we've had in this final. Decent shot from Tukashia. 10.6. Oh, and she's just missed. In terms of elimination, we'll leave with a gap of 0.1.
In 6th place, representing Latvia, is Aneta Tukashia.
Well, she had to battle through 2 prior elimination battles and then had another one on her hands, and this time it was just too much, even with that 10.6. A 10.7 would have pushed to a shoot-off for the elimination. And perhaps really the 2 series of 5 shots just not quite strong enough for Aneta this time. Final score, 166.0. The Latvian takes 6th place in this European Championship under-23 final.
For the next competition shot, load.
Down to the final 5. 2 more shots to decide 5th place.
Start.
So Vinca of Hungary slipped down to 3rd. And the 2 Serbians are currently in the gold and silver medal positions. Well, stronger shot this time from Stevanovic, 10.7. And boosts her lead, stays in front.
Well, that was one amazing round of shots. Currently 5th place and facing elimination is Maya.
Some high 10s, 2 10.7s, 2 10.8s. That's the kind of standard we have here in Poland, and that's what you have to beat.
Angelia is still in the lead. In 2nd place is now Regina, and in 3rd place Anastasia.
For the next competition shot, low.
So Maja Gawenda of Poland, the home nation, is in 5th place. A gap of 0.7 between her and Zuzlova of Czechia. So Zuzlova settles into the shot. So this is Gawenda we're looking at. And it's a 10. Meanwhile, a 10.4 from Zuzlova. So Maja Gawenda of Poland will finish in 5th.
5th place is decided. Representing Poland, it goes to Maja Gawenda. Give her one round of applause.
Well, I know there was some excitement and buzz as the final list was announced that Poland had an athlete in the final. And of course, trying to get a medal, so is everyone else, but particularly the home nation to try and get up and running with a medal at this European Championships. But Maja Gawenda leaves in 5th, final total of 186.8.
Start.
So down to the final 4. Who will make it through to the podium? The pressure is on. Oh, 2 10.8s. So Vinca still just 0.5 behind. She's up to 2nd now, sandwiched in between the 2 Serbians. But isn't that great? Not one shot lower than a 10.6.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
This next shot to decide 4th, who makes it through to the podium and who goes home from this final without a medal. Well, 10.4 and 10.3, both Serbians in the 10 ring. Vinca with a 10.5, that'll help. Zuzlova with a 10.3 and will leave in 4th. So Czechia denied a medal. Serbia guaranteed 2 medals. What colour they'll be, we'll find out. Hungary also guaranteed a medal. Meanwhile, 4th place. Lubo Sopelka, the coach, clapping Adela back to her chair. And shooting can be a cruel place. She unbuttons her suit. It's 4th place for Czechia in this grueling final with some real high standard and world-class shots.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
The final 3, the next 2 shots decide bronze. A 10.6 from Djokovic. Meanwhile, more shots in the 10s coming in. And Djokovic in 3rd place, a gap of 0.3 behind Vinca of Hungary. And then a 0.6 gap between Hungary and Serbia. Stefanovic, who was my tip for a medal, has certainly made it through to the final 3. And is looking good for gold here. So this shot, unless it forces a shoot off, and there's a chance of that because there's only a 0.3 gap. This is for the first medal of this final. Stefanovic just increases her lead, looks up at the monitor. And Vince also with a 10.7. But here we go with our first medal. And Anastasia Djekovic of Serbia is a bronze medalist at the Under-23 European Championships 2026. And a terrific achievement because she's competed at so many competitions in her time. Despite only being 18 years old, she's competed at the Cairo World Championships, across European Championships in Burgas and Osijek, and also at Junior World Cups in Seoul. Kind of the home, really, of junior world shooting. So Serbia with the first medal of this final, and it's bronze. And here's the battle for gold, and the gap is 0.6 between these two Serbians. Sorry, between Stefanovic of Serbia on your left and Vince of Hungary on your right. So a slightly higher shot from Vince. The coach has just looked so nervous since the beginning.
Let's see what Elimination will bring.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Well, 50 seconds to decide the destiny of who takes gold and who takes silver. Stefanovic with a 10.4 and Vince with a 10.8 closes the gap to 0.3. But Stefanovic has done enough to hang on. Serbia have gold. And this brilliant year that Angela Stefanovic is having, adding to the gold medal in Munich at the ISF World Cup and also the silver medal in Burgas at the European Championships. It's a gold medal for Serbia, and you have to say deserved. Just with a gap of 0.3 between gold and silver. And Regina Vince of Hungary pushed her all the way and will take the silver medal spot on the podium later today during the medal ceremony. So here we go for the official announcements and lineup of the medalists. So Anastasia Djekovic of Serbia confirmed as the bronze medalist.
Silver medalist representing Hungary is Regina Vince.
And Regina Vince, who was leading at one point in this final, had to fight hard for that silver.
And European champion and gold medal winner representing Serbia is Angelija Stefanovic.
And Angelija Stefanovic continues her decent run of medals this year. Another brilliant performance in this 10-meter air rifle women's final. Stefanovic of Serbia takes gold.
Today with final events. We'll continue with the award ceremony in 10 to 15 minutes.
So we'll bring you some highlights and a recap of the final in just a second. Just a reminder that later today, at 7 p.m. local time here in Wroclaw, we have the 10-meter air pistol mixed team final. Well, murmurs ringing around the crowd as well. I'm sure lots of people reacting to the final they've just seen. Here's confirmation for you of the medalists at the top, and then fourth place confirmed right down through to 8th. There was a switch around for that first elimination. And Tukisha of Latvia nearly went twice, then had to survive a third elimination process, but it was Maria Stashko of Ukraine who was first to leave in 8th place. Well, let's have a look back at the highlights, shall we, of that 10-meter air rifle women's final. Well, what a brilliant afternoon if you are Serbian, because Serbia have taken the gold and bronze medal in this final across the 10 metres for women in the under-23 category. Great medal for Hungary as well with the silver, and when you look at it, Vinca really had to fight hard for that silver throughout the final. So still to come later today, 7 p.m. local time for the 10-metre air pistol mixed team under-23 final at this European Championships here in Wroclaw in Poland. So do join us later across the ESC video stream. If you haven't done so already on YouTube, you can like and then subscribe by hitting notifications to the YouTube video. That way we'll let you know when the finals are coming up. We look forward to seeing you later. Thanks for joining us for this continued coverage on day 2.